Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Philip Coleman. Tuscaloosa County is saying farewell to Sheriff Ted Sexton as he gets ready to start his new job in California.
WVUA's Jennifer Edwards joins us now in studio and has more in tonight's top story. Jennifer.
That's right, Lynn and Philip. After 22 years as sheriff, Ted Sexton is exchanging his badge for a new one with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Members of the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Department and the community came out to the Sheriff's Department's hangar today to congratulate Sexton and wish him good luck. It was a day full of hugs and see you laters.
It's very touching, but our job in the Sheriff's Office is to provide service to our citizens and to get to know our citizens. We've been very involved in community policing, and I think as people can tell when we go somewhere in the community, we try not to be strangers. We want to be known by our community, and I'm honored that we've had such a turnout.
We are definitely one of the elite sheriff's offices in the state of Alabama and probably throughout the Southeast. And so much of that is directly attributed to him.
It was also a time to remember the past.
Sheriff Sexton and I, it was kind of a competition between us over the years, and I think it was a healthy competition because we was trying to beat the other on technology, getting the AVLs in the car, the mobile data units, fingerprinting system.
Early in my career, I worked in the homicide unit, which is housed in the Sheriff's Department. And every time he would see me, he would be like, why don't you just leave the police department and come work for the Sheriff's Department? So that's when he and I started developing our friendship.
Sexton will be the new head of Homeland Security for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office. He says he'll miss Tuscaloosa, but he's ready for a new challenge.
I know that I'm going to be involved in an environment that'll be fast-paced, that I'm going to have a number of issues. I have about 1,200 folks that I have direct responsibility for. There'll be something going on every day that will require our attention.
Sexton begins his new job on Monday. Governor Bentley's office says there's no timeline for when an appointment will be made for Sexton's replacement. Officials tell WVUA whoever is selected, they will serve the remainder of his term, which will be up for re-election in November of 2014. Lynn, Philip.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Now in other news, officials with the University of Alabama confirmed that athletics director Mal Moore has been hospitalized.
And sports director Gary Harris joining us now. Gary, we don't know a whole lot about this right now.
We really don't know much at this time other than he was admitted on Sunday. We are, of course, praying for Coach Moore and you know, what a great leader he's been for the University of Alabama Athletics Department. But we do have a statement that came out today from the university saying that athletics director Mal Moore has been admitted to Brookwood Hospital in Birmingham for test and treatment regarding pulmonary problems. Additional information will be released when available. Now, that's the statement. We can tell you this. Mal Moore was born in December of 1939. He's 73 years old. For the most part, he has been in good health, but he did spend 2 days at DCH Regional Medical Center in Tuscaloosa back in August with an irregular heartbeat. His doctor, Jimmy Robinson, said at that time the test came back negative, and he was cleared to return to work immediately. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story, and if there are any updates on Coach Moore, we will have them for you. But that's the latest at this time. We just hope he's going to be okay. Lynn and Philip?
We sure do. Thanks a lot, Gary. Now, West Alabama business leaders and local elected officials are letting state leaders know what's on their mind in the state capitol. WVUA's Travis Leader joins us now live from Montgomery with more on the local delegation's meeting with Governor Robert Bentley.
That's right, Philip. Governor Bentley spoke during a luncheon at the Capital City Club here in Montgomery and also took questions from many members of a delegation that was brought here by the Chamber of Commerce of West Alabama. Now, during the luncheon, Governor Bentley's main focus was to talk about important issues facing West Alabama, and his main platform was job growth. He says one of his proudest moments in recent months was helping keep the Wrangler factory in the tornado-ravaged town of Hackleburg. But most of the state legislature action has been revolving around education this year, and one of Bentley's platforms is to see pre-K expansion, but says it should not be mandatory for all parents to have their children attend. Now, just a few minutes ago, according to AL.com, the Alabama Supreme Court lifted a temporary restraining order against House Bill 84. Now the controversial school choice bill will go to Governor Bentley for his signature. The bill will give tax credits for children to attend private schools if they are zoned for a failing school. The governor says even if some Tuscaloosa area schools are failing, the bill should be able to help, not harm their progress.
We've given them flexibility in their budgets, flexibility in their programs, and they can do almost anything to make their school better. There is no excuse to have a failing school in the state of Alabama with the flexibility that we have given them in this bill.
Now coming up at 10, more big education news came in the state Senate today on Common Core standards, and there is some disagreement with some state leaders on whether they should remain in place in Alabama schools. Reporting live in Montgomery, Travis Leader, WVUA News. Philip?
All right, thanks a lot, Travis. New for you at 6 tonight, a plan to upgrade some of Tuscaloosa County Parks and Recreation sports facilities has been put on hold. The Tuscaloosa County Commission tabled Commissioner Stan Acker's proposal at this morning's meeting. Acker saying the original plan was to upgrade facilities at Sokol and Bowers Park, as well as the Bobby Miller Activity Center. Some of these upgrades would include building multi-purpose athletic fields, as well as building multi-sports gymnasiums. Acker says the upgrades would create a better way of life for Tuscaloosa County children.
It's these multi-purpose fields that can be used for so many different activities, so many leagues, and I think it's just important to have these facilities for our children. It helps keep, their interest in sports and away from maybe things they shouldn't be doing.
Acker says the current plan would cost a little more than $10 million. He says the proposed funding would be split between the city taking 70% of the cost and the county with 30%.
Now a story making headlines across the state today. Police say a Gadsden man is charged with capital murder in the death of his toddler. The suspect is 35-year-old Stefan Lindsay. Officers believe that Lindsay killed his 20-month-old daughter, Malia Tashay Lindsay. Officers found her body at the end of a dead-end road after Lindsay's arrest on Tuesday.
It's a day for the history books because a new pope has taken his place in the Vatican. Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio of Argentina, now known as Pope Francis, has been elected as the next leader of the Catholic Church. The announcement was made today on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. Pope Francis is the first South American pope. 115 cardinals made the decision after the 5th round of voting on the second day of the conclave.